Hang all the mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright. We caroling through the night. 'Cause this Christmas movie's a very shitty movie. Don't watch it, please. Yeah. I hate this movie so much. Well, hey guys, the Black Critic Guy back with another video for the BCG movie countdown to Christmas. Yay! And we're on to movie number Dose. And fittingly enough, this movie is a huge, steaming, stinky pile of dose, as I will be reviewing and discussing the 2007 black dramedy film, This Christmas, Fireside is Blazing Bright. I hate this movie with the passion. Oh, see, my voice is going out. Yeah, that earlier rendition, that's the best you're going to get from me tonight. I'm sorry. That's as good as it's going to get. Anyway, enough of this sidetracking. What is the movie This Christmas about? Well, it's about a dysfunctional family that all come together to their mother's house to celebrate the holidays. And that's it. It doesn't get deeper than that. It's just a bunch of characters with their own interpersonal issues, their own family drama with each other and with their own families that come together to their mother's house to celebrate the holidays. Yeah, that's it. That's really it. There's nothing more to it. You know, it's just they all come together. They have issues with each other, they have issues with their spouses, or maybe they don't have a spouse, or maybe they're hiding something, or maybe they're just acting the fool, or maybe they owe somebody some money and they all squabble and fight. We go into the circle, but at the end of the day, they realize, oh, we're family, we're all gonna come back together anyway, and then they have one big old dance number at the end of the movie. And that is not a joke. I'm not even kidding. The end of this movie is the entire cast of the movie making two lines and doing what I like to call a Soul Train line. Now, for my audience that aren't black and aren't familiar with Soul Train, a Soul Train line is where you have two lines made up of people, and then you have a person or two people at the front of the line go down the middle doing like a little bit of a dance number, do a little bit of a dance move like, hey, oh yeah, go, Idris, go, Chris, go, yeah, go, girl, go. That's how the movie ends. I'm not shitting you. That's how the movie ends. With this Soul Train line. And characters dancing, or not even they're not even in character anymore. It's just, it feels like they just wrapped up production, and I guess maybe the producer was like, you know what'd be great? You know what really would tie a nice little bow on this amazing gift to the world? Let's do like a small little dance number where we do like the Soul Train thing, and people are like dancing down the middle. Because we did that earlier in the movie. Let's do it at the end of the movie too. I don't know why I'm going on this rant about a Soul Train dance line, but here it is. Merry Christmas. So, I know what you're all thinking. Why the hell did I watch this movie? Why, of all the Christmas movies, did I choose to watch this one, and why did I choose to watch it so early? To be honest with you, I solely chose this movie out of pure nostalgia, because I grew up with this movie, because I know my mom and my brother both liked it to a certain degree. Particularly my mother. I remember her watching this movie, and because she really liked Chris Brown. She also liked the movie Stomp the Yard, which stars Chris Brown and the main guy whose name I swear to God, he's not acting anymore, but he was in this movie too. And I remember vividly my mom was watching this movie a lot. And I know my brother kind of liked the movie, but I really think he only liked the movie because he was a fan of Chris Brown at the time, and he really liked Chris Brown's rendition of This Christmas, which is actually the movie's only lasting legacy. I kid you not. The only reason I feel like people even remembered that this movie was a thing is because Chris Brown did a very excellent cover, a very excellent rendition of This Christmas that has lasted over the years. That's it. I feel like that's the only reason this movie is still semi-relevant, because of that particular song. And what's funny is, we all remember the song more than we remember that the song was made for this movie. Yeah. And I bet many of you didn't know that either. Yeah, that Chris Brown, This Christmas song, was not just a cover that he did solely on his own. He was casted in this movie. I swear, I think the only reason they casted Chris Brown in this movie is because they wanted him to sing a song for the soundtrack. And they were lucky enough to get 2 songs from him for the soundtrack. One is a cover of Tenderness by Otis Redding, which was actually also really good. And then, of course, the rendition of This Christmas, which has now become kind of like a Christmas song staple for most people. So yeah, that is the movie's only lasting legacy, because honestly, it has nothing else to offer besides being a cliche pile of tripe. That's it. So that's the reason why I watched this movie, for nostalgic reasons, because I know my family liked it, but I don't remember if I liked it. And I don't even remember if I watched it at all. I swear to you, I remember the beats of the movie. I remember parts of it, but like, if you were to put a gun to my head and like, before watching it today, name a character from this Christmas, I'm like, fuck. Does Chris Brown count? I know that's his real name, but let's just call him Chris Brown for the movie. In the movie, his name is like Baby or Michael, I think. So, and I only know that because I literally just finished watching the movie 15 minutes ago. So, what are some good things I took away from this movie? Or you know what, let me get to it. How would I sum up this movie? I would sum it up like this. This Christmas is an exercise in giving a shit. And I don't mean like a literal shit. I'm talking like figuratively caring about what the fuck happens in this movie. Because I swear to you, by like minute 45, you're checked the fuck out. You don't care anymore. And now you are literally marathoning through this movie just to get through it. Because that's what I did. It's a exercise in futility. It is an exercise in trying to give a shit about anything in this film. Honestly. And I'm sorry to all my black viewers out there that think that this film is some hallmark of a Christmas film, but my goodness. I'd rather you just watch Best Man Holiday. It's so much better. Story-wise, character-wise, it's just so much better than what the fuck this is. But what's some good things I took? There's gotta be something I liked about this movie. Well, I mentioned it earlier, but Chris Brown's singing is phenomenal. Like, we'll get to his acting later, but Chris Brown's singing is really good in the movie. His rendition of Tenderness and of This Christmas really, they stand on their own. If you were to tell me that Chris Brown made a CD of a bunch of covers, I would believe that, and I would imagine these songs would be in it, because they are really good. I like the songs. They're strong on their own without being attached to this movie, as evident with the fact that This Christmas, the song, has lived longer than its movie. I also thought, there were some cast members that were really good. I mean, Idris Elba, the guy always has my back. Or, no, my back. I always have that guy's back. I've always thought he was a very diverse actor. I love his method as an actor. I like that, you know, he tries different movies, he tries different things, he's always evolving as an actor, and, you know, he really nails an American black accent very well, because I swear to you, I didn't even know he was British until like 2012, and I was stunned. I'm like, this guy's British? I would have never have guessed it. I would have never guessed that he was British at all. So I thought Idris Elba, while his character was cliche, you really can tell the guy put forth an effort performance-wise. He was, I think, the most dynamic performance outside of Loretta Devine, who is always a sweetheart. She's always a treat to watch. She plays some of the most cliche characters in a lot of black films, but I swear to you, you will always remember her in those films. She is just a treat, a darling. She is great. She plays the mama bear so well. Like, she normally gets casted as the matriarch of a family or a mother of some sort, and she nails it. I mean, yes, typecast. She's terribly typecast, but she plays those roles very well. And she did it again here. I really liked the performance. What else do I like? Oh, Mekhi Phifer. He really is the only character I liked in the film. Like, his acting and the character. I genuinely liked his character. I also like the fact that in the credits, it says, special appearance by Mekhi Phifer. Special appearance? Just say, and Mekhi Phifer. Why does he get special appearance? Because he's a producer for the film? If anything, why didn't you just make that like the last thing in the cast list? Because after his name was Regina King, who's also in this film. Not a good performance in this film, but she is in the film, though. So, but I'm getting sidetracked too much. Mekhi Phifer, performance-wise, I liked him. Very charming guy. As a character, I liked him. Very charming guy. Overall, charming dude. Rest of the film, fucking forget about it. It really is just so forgettable. The most capital sin this movie makes, it's 2 goddamn hours. 2! Fitting the theme of number 2s, right? The film is too damn long. It's 2 hours. And I swear to you, a lot of these scenes could have been just removed from the movie. Like, removed entirely. Even characters could have been removed entirely. There are way too many siblings. Like, you have Quentin, played by Idris Elba. He's the musician who's he has a run-in with some bad people. He owes them money, and he's kind of running away from them. But he also is running away from his family. That's the theme of his character. Then he has like 4 sisters, one of which is Regina King. Another one is like this really hot sister, and she's like, oh, I'm so busy, I don't have time to really have a relationship or settle down or form a family. I'm just all about myself. And then by the end of the movie, she meets Mekhi Phifer's character, and she's like, you know what? I think I will give a relationship a try. Then there's the other sister that's in college, and she can't make up her goddamn mind because she keeps switching majors based off of the boyfriend she's dating that week or that year or that minute. Like, there was one good joke about that at the dining table where she's been to college for 7 years, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, her major changes along with the boyfriend that she's dating. Then they ask the boyfriend, like, hey, what's your major? And there's like this huge pause, and they're all just like waiting for it, wait for it, and he goes, pre-law. And see. Because, sorry. Well, I fucked that up. I was going to say, she said that she was taking pre-law. And then they all kind of laughed because, pre-law now when you were doing this and that you were doing all those other majors and stuff like that based on your boyfriend. Okay, I'm rambling now. But that was actually the best joke in the movie. Unfortunately, it happened like 30 minutes into the movie, which really sucks. Because now there was no other laughter to be had. Then there's, of course, there's I don't know if he's the younger brother, or no, he's like the second to last, maybe. He's in the military, he knocks up some white girl, they get married, he goes AWOL, ends up in jail for most of the movie, you barely see him, and then that's it. And we don't learn much about him, how he met this white girl, how their relationship is, who this white girl is too. The only thing we know about the white girl is that her family's racist. They don't like her boyfriend, or sorry, forgive me, her husband, because he's black. Oh! 2007, everybody. Jesus Christ. So fucking cliche. The movie's chock full of cliches. Like, you got the cheating husband with the oldest sister, and she's already aware of it. And then the two sisters, oldest and the middle sister, they fight a lot. And, they have literally a fight in the rain, which is one of the worst sibling fights I think I've ever seen in a movie. Like, it's... No, they pushing, and I don't know if they actually slapped each other or anything. It's just literally pushing, and they're slipping and sliding on the wet grass because it's raining. And I'm like, and what's worse is I couldn't tell if it was being played up as a joke, or was this supposed to be a serious, a very tumultuous, emotional moment, like two siblings fighting each other. But the music makes it sound so silly. And that's actually one of my biggest problems, especially with black comedies, black dramedies, man. Like, the tone shifts in these movies are fucking incredible. And I don't mean that in the good way. I mean, 1 minute, we're all telling jokes, then all of a sudden we switch tones. It's like, hey, yo, you shouldn't have had sex with Rebecca like that. That was my wife. That was my woman. And you did that. And I'm just like, weren't we all just making fun of Marcus with his pants down? Now all of a sudden, now you're yelling at Donovan because he's in the room laughing. He's like, well, I caught you one time with your pants down with my wife. How dare you? And it's like, is it supposed to be serious? Is it supposed to be funny? I don't know. I can't register the tone of the scene anymore. And there are a couple of moments in this film where that happens. The acting, Jesus Christ, it feels like I'm watching a TV movie of the week. And I hate, that really sounds like an insult, but that's the caliber of acting that we're getting here. It felt like a pseudo Tyler Perry movie without Medea or any of the Tyler Perry-isms in the film. Because, my goodness. Outside of just the characters, I'm going to slow down. Let's stick with the characters first. They're boring, they're uninteresting, they're poorly developed, they're just cliche, and really, you don't care about them. I can't name one single character outside of Mekhi Phifer's character that I genuinely liked as a character. There may be some performances, like Quentin, played by Idris Elba. I like the performance to a certain degree, but his character, no. Because I hate that cliche of the oldest son is still attached to what his old life used to be with his parents when they were together, and he just can't seem to get over the fact that his father left him and his mom's trying to move on to be with this Joe Black guy who apparently is God's right-hand man because he seems to just make everything okay by the end of the film. How he was able to do that is amazing. He's got such connections as a deacon. How the hell is that? It just feels like there's something about this character we should have learned about, and the movie doesn't care to explore him. How was he able to get the guy that went AWOL to be part of the family dinner or family breakfast, dinner, whatever, at the end of the movie? Who knows? He might have a connection in the military. Maybe he served in the military. Maybe he's a high-ranking official. Movie doesn't tell you. Where did he get the $10,000 to help out Quentin in the movie? Where did he get that money? It just appeared in his hand because the script told him he needed it to save his adopted son or his stepson, whatever. How did he get $10,000? Was he just hiding it? He got it from being a deacon? He knows how to use a gun? Oh, that's interesting. How do you know how to use a gun? Or were you faking that? I don't know. Movie doesn't tell you much about his character. It's up to us to interpret what the character could be, And again, that's just a modicum of all the other characters that you really don't give a shit. Remember that younger sister I talked about? Besides the fact that she jumps from boyfriend to boyfriend, you don't know much about her. She don't know much about her relationship with this new guy, or even if she loves this new guy. She's kind of just there. And she's definitely one of the characters you could have X'd out of this movie. Her boyfriend, the AWOL guy, his wife, you could have X'd out a lot of people. The kids, Malcolm, the husband, the cheating husband of Regina King's character, could have X'd him out too. Just not have him in the movie. He's out doing other things, and their marriage is falling apart, which that, again, in itself is a cliche. And then it even ends on such a whimsical, slapstick, funny moment that wasn't really funny. Like, he comes back for Christmas Day after cheating on his wife, and so now I guess Regina King is like 4 or 5 seconds from wilding, and just makes him, but convinces him to take a shower, puts baby oil on the floor so that he's slipping aside, and she's just striking him with the belt. Again, is this supposed to be funny, or is this supposed to be like a serious moment? I mean, this motherfucker cheated on her, and she just like having him slip and slide and hit him with the belt. What the fuck? Not good at all. And then Chris Brown, Jesus, you could definitely tell they hired Chris Brown not for his acting skills. They specifically hired him so that he could sing that song and sing songs in the movie for the soundtrack. That's really all they did. They hired him because he was a big name at the time. He was an excellent singer. They wanted him to sing on the soundtrack. They got what they wanted. And I guess Chris got a chance to show off his acting skills. Now, keep in mind, this is not the first movie he was in. He was in Stomp the Yard, which he was also bad in. In fact, he dies 10 minutes into the movie, so you don't see much of him after that. Which, thank God, I can only imagine a whole movie surrounding him. I mean, he's never been a good actor since. And he's not a good actor here. Hate to break it to you. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like I've gone way too long talking about this movie because it's really not worth it. It isn't. The movie's way too long. 2 hours for a movie about family drama and silliness? No. 90 minutes. That's all you should get. That's all I'm willing to give you. 2 hours of this, it seems pointless. It seems drawn out. The family dynamic, didn't feel it. The chemistry between the characters, didn't feel it. The story, boring, cliche, nothing special. The direction, boring. It really feels like a TV movie that was upgraded to a theatrical movie. And I almost forgot to talk about what I think is my least favorite thing about the film. Man, whoever was doing the cinematography and the lighting, you're fired. You are fired, dude. First off, with the lighting. I don't know what it is about a lot of these black movies where the lighting is just too perfect. And I know what you're thinking. Really? You're going to complain that the lighting is bad or is really good? Yes, because it makes the scene look fake. If there's such good lighting in the middle of the night, that's a problem. It doesn't feel real. It feels like you're on a stage. It feels like you're on a stage. When they're in the house, it's way too well lit in there. It's way too well lit. I'm not asking for the most realistic lighting or a gritty rendition or representation of what it's like to be in a dysfunctional family during Christmas. But goddamn, this lighting is just too good. The light falls perfectly on every character's face. There's no like shadow. There's no like contrast at all. It's too clean. Especially for a topic about dysfunctionality, the lighting could have really helped to set the mood about this dysfunctionality. But no, the director and the cinematographer and whoever's running the lights decide, no, keep the lights perfect. We need to see their performances, even though their performances aren't good. And then the cinematographer, I counted four instances in this movie where the camera is out of focus. The camera is out of focus on the character it's supposed to be on. What the fuck? The camera is out of focus. You had one job, one, to keep the camera focused on the scene. And you couldn't do that properly? Wow. Who's the cinematographer for this movie? You're fired. You're fired, dude. I feel bad for the editor. He probably had no choice because he's like, I don't have another shot to use. Because the cameraman, the cinematographer only gave me this one shot. And it's out of focus. I'm just going to use what I got. Although you could even argue maybe you know what? Maybe the editor could just edit that scene out. Who knows? Possibly. I don't know. But the fact that the camera's out of focus, did the director just not notice that? Or did the cinematographer not notice that? If the cinematographer didn't notice that his shot was out of focus, you're in the wrong fucking profession, dude. You need to leave. I know this movie came out 17 years ago, but I hope that guy is not a cinematographer right now. And if he is, he better be like a cinematographer for your local McDonald's commercial, or like in his neighborhood, his city. Like he could do like local videos or something. Not theatrically made films. Stay away. Will Packard, do not hire that guy again. Seriously. God. So yeah, I didn't like the overall visual representation of the film. The directing was boring, flat. The lighting, too perfect, and again, boring, flat. And the cinematography would make any aspiring cinematographer want to throw up. Especially because there's not a lot of dynamic shots in the film. And look, I'm not asking for some type of... I'm not asking for something like Roger Deakins level cinematography, but competent cinematography. These shots are so boring. Which I guess is just fitting because the whole movie itself is so boring. And again, I'm surprised. How long have I been recording this? 26 minutes. Not including the extra. So about almost 30 minutes I've been talking about this film. Practically ranting about the film. Was it worth 26 minutes? No. No, I didn't have to rant about it for 26 minutes. But I had to just get all of this off my chest. So, you're welcome. You get 26 minutes. Overall, let's just wrap it up now. Let's wrap this shit up. So this Christmas is truly a film that tests your patience. Constantly. It tests your patience. It got so bad, my girlfriend wanted to quit 58 minutes into the film. And you know what? I almost caved in because I'm like, I really don't want to watch this anymore too. But I'm gonna soldier through this so that I can actually give you a thorough examination of the film. It's one of my character flaws, maybe. Not a character flaw, but it's like one of those things. It's just hard for me to just quit a movie cold turkey. You have to be a really, really bad movie for me to really just quit cold turkey. And I have seen some of the worst of the worst. Remember The Gallows? Yeah, I sat through that whole shit. If I can sit through that, I can sit through this Christmas. At least it wasn't insulting. This movie is just cliche, boring, and derivative and forgettable. Overall, it's an unnecessary waste of time. That's the rating I would give it. An unnecessary waste of time. It's not a Christmas movie you need to add to the list anytime soon. Jesus Christ, what a absolutely forgettable experience. Anywho, that's my thoughts on this Christmas. Sorry I went on this long-ass rant about it. But do let me know what you guys think about this Christmas. Was this a movie you enjoyed as a kid, as a young adult? Do you still enjoy it to this day? Who's your favorite character? And what is your favorite cover of a classic Christmas song? That's a good question to ask. There's been so many covers of classic Christmas songs. I personally like, I wouldn't say it's my favorite, it's the first one that came to my mind. I really liked Mariah Carey's rendition of Oh Holy Night. I love that rendition. It's really, really powerful, really, really good, and she hits those notes perfectly. It's one of the most underrated Mariah Carey Christmas songs, in my opinion. Like, we all talk about, All I Want for Christmas Is You. We all talk about Christmas, the stars come alive. But Oh Holy Night might be one of not just one of Mariah Carey's best Christmas songs. That might be one of her best vocal performances in any song she's ever done. That's how good I think it is. Anyway, comment below. Let me know. Thank you all for watching. Sorry this video was super long. It did not need to be this long. I'm sorry. I had a lot to say about the movie. Apparently, I did. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for movie number 3 when I end up watching it tomorrow. And hopefully, well, God, please make it a good one. I need something to wash off this Christmas. And it can't be something that's either equivalent to it or worse than it. Jesus Christ, if it's worse than it. I hope I don't see a movie I would give a 0. Like, I would just call it complete bullshit. I hope there is no movie on my list that I'm gonna say that is. There are some movies that are new that I haven't seen, so hopefully, we'll see. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you'd like to see more videos of the channel, be a part of the Black Critic Crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. I'm 21 second, the Black Critic Guy, watching a terrible Christmas movie. Till then, I'll see you on the next one. Peace, YouTube.